Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Facebook Messenger and setting up some automated responses and greetings. Before we get into that though, I want to show you something here, and I'm going to use this page as an example. Now right now I have this view as a visitor, and you can see when I click on send message that there are some automated responses automatically included here. However, this page has not set any of those up. So what I want to encourage you to do is to test your page and see if these things are already set up. These are just kind of ways for somebody to quickly ask you a question that Facebook is suggesting that they want to ask you. Like this one, is anybody available to chat? I've seen this on a number of pages and it just seems weird. So I'm always like, that's a weird thing to offer. Well, apparently it's Facebook that's offering this, not the page. Because I will show you when you go in on the back end here that this page does not have anything turned on. They have not set up any frequently asked questions. And if you click on these, it will just ask that question and there will not be any kind of automated or instant response, which is what I'm going to show you how to do today. So we're going to start here, and even though it says add button, by default most pages are going to have a button to message them on Facebook. But if you notice back on this one, when we view it as the thing, you can have two messages. And so I was going to just quickly show you that when I can do this, and I can, now they have a lot of options, and actually I'm going to show you even, oh, this one doesn't have, oh, there we go, book with you. And I'm just going to show you what the options are. If you want to use appointments on Facebook, but if you have some other tool, it's not going to integrate, it's not going to have your calendar. Not super user-friendly unless this is the only way that you are doing it. If you have any of these tools, you can integrate to your tools, which is really nice. But not everything is there, obviously. Or you can link to a website. But I'm not going to do a booking because for this one, the best thing is to call. That is what she prefers. So I've clicked on, under the Contact You, Call Now. And then I scroll down, I can click Next. Click on the Add the Phone Number. And now the Call Now button is on the page. And when you actually view it as a visitor, you'll see that there's the Call Now and the Send Message. And if you don't see that, that is something that you would need to look in your settings for and make sure that you do have messaging turned on. But we're going to hop in to the greetings now. The first thing we're going to look at here is starting a message or conversation, show a greeting. So this is currently off. You want to click on, and it gives you a default message. However, we want to customize that. Okay, I'm going to delete all that, and I'm going to paste one of the options. Let me pause again. Okay, and a few extra characters highlighted, so let's try this again. And so I have this little thing in brackets here for the test copy or the example copy you can use, but I'm going to delete that so I can add the personalization of the first name. And you want to make sure here that comma, there's actually a little bit of space that got inserted, so you're going to need to backspace that so it looks right. And then I've got some brackets here for you to insert your business's name. So you'll want to delete over that. And we are still under character, which is good. Now that we've got that, we're going to click Save. And you can see right here, again, there's the sample of that. Now I'm going to stop right here before we go any further with the customization and let you see what that looks like. And I'm going to click View as a Page Visitor and click on Send a Message. And here is the greeting that we just added. So you can see where it's going to insert the name of the person, and everything else would be the same. Now again, it's still auto-populating these, and we're going to change that so that these are actually things that will give them an instant answer if they want to ask one of your frequently asked questions. So that's what we're going to go do next. And so now that I'm back into, remember, settings, messaging, and then you can click on here to go to automated responses. There's also a way to get it to it from your inbox, but this seems to make the most sense in my head to go through messaging because there's some other features there. But so if you are in your inbox, you can see down here, there's the automated responses. Now, first, I want to go to the frequently asked questions. So again, you can see as you click on these, the one that highlights is the one that you're on. So we've got frequently asked questions turned on, and we're going to click on Edit to add our questions. Now, question one, number one, might be, where are you located? Now, for the answer, I've typed out the address and given a few notes about it. And then here's the key part. I said, is there anything else I can help you with? And then I added the first name. And again, watched out for that space and hit back. This way I can keep the conversation going. So now that they know where I'm located, but have they booked an appointment? I'm not sure. You could go ahead and make that assumption if they want to do it. And at this point, any questions that they ask will require you to personally respond. It's only this very first one that's going to be automated, but we have some other options that I'll show you as well. So anyway, we've got our first question, and up here I'm going to hit Save. Now, and then I'm going to go ahead, because I don't want to lose all that. Now we can click on here and do Add Another Question. Ideally, you would not want to offer more than 4 questions. Even that, sometimes they might not all show up. But anyway, so now we're going to do one about booking, because that's definitely something we want to make easy and help people with. So I've entered my question and the response, and I'm going to place the cursor right here to add the first name of the recipient. But again, it messed up, so I'm going to, well, it didn't mess up, but it just automatically added that extra space. And again, I wanted to add that little bit of personalization at the end of it. We'll hit Save again, because nobody likes to have to redo all their hard work. So now we've asked, where are you located? Can I book a session? If you're willing to be upfront with your prices, which I think a lot of people like, I think that would be another most popular question that you might want to address. So here we've got the how much is a session and the response. Again, you are going to be limited in characters, so you might have to rework it a little bit. I have linked to the website so they can check out all the prices, but I also wanted to make sure within this message I'm giving them the most common session that is likely to be booked, price and information. I also went ahead and then made the next thing. So here is the price. If you're asking how much, the next step for that person would be to book a session. So I went ahead and addressed that, again, including the personalization, and encourage them to respond back with what times are good for them to book. Since there's no booking calendar, if you do online booking, linking to that is great too. I also added a little bit of editing here where I mentioned that the times to give them a frame of reference. So they're not asking for an appointment on Saturday mornings, and then I have to go back and say, sorry, I don't work on Saturdays. I've went ahead and set the expectation so that they know this is the time frame of when appointments are available. Now that I've got a couple of these in here, we're going to go back so you can, and I'm going to refresh the page just to make sure everything is updated. And you can see how this works. So we're going to click on send a message. Oops. And you're going to see again, here is our welcome message. Now these are the customized questions that we have done. So let's ask, how much is a session? And instantly you can see there is that response. Now anything else I would do at this point, no other responses would happen. It would take you manually going in and replying to them at this point. Okay, now I'm on a test page because I don't want to break any privacy things with showing the inbox. But so anyway, so I answered the question like we just did on the other page. And then when you go into your inbox, you can see here is the message. And again, now you can see all my tests here as I was playing with this, but you can see the question that was asked, the answer that you provided, and you can follow up with whatever. And then the conversation will just go back and forth as normal from there. Now I deleted the conversation, so this will start from scratch again. And I just want to show you that you can also, just ask another question in here. And at this point, since we haven't set anything else up, that is all that will happen. But I will show you how to have an auto response to another type of a question as well. So we're going to go back into our messaging area, and this is under the automated responses. So we went to settings, and then messaging, and then there was a thing on there, or again through your inbox that you can get to this. And we are now going to come down here to the instant reply. So you're going to want to click on it so it highlights blue. You'll see instant reply, and you can edit this. Now I've copied and pasted some of the example copy in. Again, watching for that space. You can see I left the brackets to be for the business name to be typed in. And I also went ahead and added the personalization here. And now when we click save and go back to here, I'm going to delete this conversation so we can start from scratch. Type a question, hit send. Okay, well, the automated response is not shown up at this time. I think it's because I've continued to delete the conversations. So anyway, it should work just fine. It has in my other tests. And I want to go back and just review a little bit more about your options back here. Now, there are away messages for if you're going to be away for an amount of time and not be able to respond promptly. You can edit this. Also, if somebody gives you a recommendation on your page, whether it's a positive or a negative one, if you want, they even give you some examples here. So that's not something we're going to get into with this video. I just want to get the most important things set up, which is having some frequently asked questions, the welcome greeting, and the instant reply if they ask for something else. Now with the instant reply, I would say once you have your frequently asked questions on there, I would watch and see what else people are asking. And from there, you might go ahead and give a little bit more information. As you can see on here, it was 410 characters total. I still have 311. You can also get creative and add emojis or a photo. The only problem is sometimes with those things that it doesn't always display well in the Messenger window, that they might skip down to your photo and just see like your photo and not see the message above it. But anyway, those are things, if you're looking to try and need a tutorial on those, I'll be happy to create those as well. Just let me know. Or again, you can copy and paste over some emojis if you're working on the desktop version or, enter it from your phone. So if you have any other questions, let me know. But in the meantime, this will get you set up where you now have a call to action and the message auto responses to help improve your customer service and engagement. Thanks, everybody. Let's get some more feet on your table.